Hello, my motor enthusiasts. We've got quite the spectacle lined up for you this weekend. The Formula One circus has touched down in Melbourne with all eyes on Max Verstappen and the formidable Red Bull team. Carlos Sainz, back from a 10-day hiatus due to appendicitis, isn't quite in full swing yet, but ready to put the pedal to the metal. Ferrari, showing signs of closing the gap, are hopeful that the Melbourne track will play into their favor. Let's not forget our homegrown talents, Daniel Ricciardo and Oscar Piastri, primed to put on a show. Off the track, Valtteri Bottas is making waves with an amusing commercial that's got everyone talking. Despite an uncertain future with Sauber, Bottas is taking it all in his stride. Buckle up, folks, it's shaping up to be a thrilling weekend. Well, folks, I'm your host Enzo, your reliable Formula One enthusiast, and we're tuning into the F1 Motor Fever podcast. Joining me is my fellow petrolhead, the observant and eloquent Mr. William. We're bringing you all the buzz from the world of Formula One every single day.
Hello, everyone. Excited to delve into the world of Formula One with you, Enzo.
Always a pleasure, William. Remember, folks, subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, dropping a comment, and sharing with your friends and family supports our mission to keep you updated with all things Formula One. I can hardly contain the excitement for what's to come in the Australian Grand Prix weekend. You won't believe the news I have for you. Stick around to find out why this race is set to be one for the history books. Remember, we're going full throttle. One can't help but note the impressive momentum carried by Max Verstappen and the Red Bull team this season. Verstappen is looking to extend his winning run, and it seems the rest are trailing behind, trying to catch up to the Red Bull juggernaut.
True, but let's not discount Ferrari just yet. They're showing promising signs of closing the gap. The Melbourne track could well suit their car, and we might witness a significant shift in the racing dynamics.
I'm not entirely convinced. Last year's race was more chaotic than usual, and I doubt if Ferrari has it in them to take the fight to Red Bull in such unpredictable conditions.
Well, unpredictability is part and parcel of the sport, isn't it? Ferrari's performance in Saudi Arabia cannot be discounted. Plus, Carlos Sainz, although not fully prepared, is eager to return to the track after his recovery. His performance could tilt the scales.
There's some merit to your point, but I still struggle to see Ferrari posing a serious challenge to Red Bull.
That's fine. We won't always see eye to eye. It's crucial to keep an open mind, though. Surprises are part of this sport.
Indeed they are. You've given me something to ponder upon. Changing gears a bit here, it's intriguing to see Valtteri Bottas embracing his newfound Australian identity. He seems to have come out of his shell post-Mercedes, starring in amusing adverts and expressing his love for Australian culture. Quite a transformation, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's like watching a caterpillar change into a butterfly, except this butterfly wears underpants in public.
Exactly. His adventures in Australia are definitely turning heads.
And Bottas, alongside Daniel Ricciardo and Oscar Piastri, the local lads themselves, in Melbourne race ads. It's like watching a new boy band form, isn't it?
Down Under direction, or how about the Grand Prix guys? He seems to be loving the Aussie lifestyle.
Can't blame him. The friendliness, the laid-back atmosphere, and not to forget, Vegemite on toast.
I wonder if he's tried that yet. If not, Bottas, consider it a must-do. It's an Aussie initiation. Seems Bottas, despite exploring his amusing side, isn't losing sight of his primary goal. He's quoted saying, "The fastest car would still be the priority, even though I do all sorts of other things. But in the end, everything is secondary compared to Formula One."
Well, that's what makes him a true racer. He's not just here for the laughs and the Vegemite. He's here to race, to compete. And that's what we love about him.
Quite right. It's a refreshing perspective. No matter how much fun one has off the track, the real thrill lies on the asphalt, under the helmet, behind the wheel.
Yes, and Bottas is a testament to that. His journey from a more reserved persona at Mercedes to this bold and adventurous version we're seeing now, it's quite fascinating. But at the end of the day, he's here for the race, just like the rest of them.
William, shall we have a gander at some comments from the online motor racing community?
Certainly. Let's see. Our main post comes from a user named Visionary Socialist. Quote, F1, Ferrari has met Newey and will again shortly. Real bargaining going on, unquote.
Interesting stuff. What's the response been like?
Quite heated, as you can imagine. Revolver Ocelot 16 replies, quote, Stupid sexy Fred, what are you doing? Is the dream team getting assembled once again by a French TP? Unquote.
Haha, quite the character, that one.
Yes, and then a user named Why Can't I Use This chimes in, quote, Hamilton or Leclerc to win 5 titles in a row, you heard it here first, unquote.
Bold prediction there. They're not messing about.
Indeed. And then Environmental Arm 485 adds, quote, and somewhere in the second year, people will start complaining on how boring F1 is, unquote.
Well, can't please everyone, can we?
It seems not. But J Don't Play Field counters with, quote, yay and no. They did, but at least Nico pushed Lewis. It wasn't just one driver every race, and even then Seb was right behind them to capitalize on mistakes, unquote.
A fair point brings some balance to the argument.
Yes, and then another user, Chifalia, contributes, quote, I remember it the other way round. Mercedes refused to give either driver a different strategy than what they discussed/decided before the race, so as to not come off as unfair to one driver, unquote.
Delving into strategy now, this discussion is getting quite meaty.
It certainly is. And then, to lighten the mood, user Hamshoes5 says, quote, it still will be funny because Ferrari's strategy team and pit crews are going to make a lot of silly close calls, unquote.
Haha, some things never change, do they?
Seems not. It's a lively debate to say the least. What's your take on this, mate?
Well, chums, that's all we've got for you today on F1 Motor Fever Podcast. We've enjoyed exploring the ins and outs of Bottas's career and the current buzz in the Formula One community. Remember to hit that subscribe button to stay in the fast lane with us. And don't be shy to ring the notification bell so you don't miss a beat.
And remember to share our podcast with all your mates. Whether they're fellow F1 fans, your nan who loves to hear us natter, or even your neighbour's dog. We welcome all listeners here. And don't forget to drop us a line in the comments. We do love a good chinwag.
We're on air every day, so be sure to tune in for another thrilling conversation next time. We're grateful for your company and can't wait to have you back with us.
We've got some cracking content coming your way, so keep those eyes peeled and those ears ready. So, until next time, pedal to the metal. Keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.